Welcome to Fish Fab. I'd like to introduce you to the next project. Well, I mean next project, really. It's just another project. It's another project. I haven't finished the first project, so it can't be the next project. It has to just be another project. Right, so welcome to Fish Fab, and here's another project. Right then, I suppose I better explain why I'm sitting in front of this WR1. So a lot of you Subaru Impreza boys will probably understand what the hell a WR1 is. To be honest with you, I didn't. I know a friend of mine, obviously Paul, he's had it for a long while. I knew he had a WR1, but I didn't really know much about it. So I went on trusty Google to save you going on Google after this to find out what it stands for. So without, stating the obvious, W, World, R, Rally, 1, First. So basically what it was, Subaru, with their Impreza, won the World Rally Championship. So to celebrate that, they made this limited edition Subaru Impreza. So basically there was 500 of them made, and they're all this colour. So I don't know if you can see on this camera, but it is a beautiful colour. It's a sort of a pearlescent blue stroke silver, but it's probably more towards a blue, but it flips between the two. In the sunshine with a coat polish on it, it looks amazing. And even down the road, it stands out ever so well. It really does. It does make a difference. The colour to me is half of it. So there is some external body bits that are a little bit different from a normal STI. I think the bumpers might have a little bit of a different. I think they've got some fog lights in or something. I'm sure the Subaru world will tell me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's a little bit different. I think it's got gold calipers all the way around, which I think are only for these. I might be wrong on that as well. But the only other thing, so basically they made 500 of these only, and before they even come out, they'd sold over half of them. So obviously you can imagine there's a massive following for these when they came out. So basically ProDrive had it going over, so they're a little bit better than an STI. Well, I say a little bit, by the sounds of it, they're quite a bit faster. So basically they increased the power to 330 PS, which made this car go from 0 to 60 in 4.25 seconds. I mean, that's pretty quick, isn't it, for what is basically a grocery getter. But compared to a standard STI, 5.1 seconds, that's nearly a second faster, 0 to 60. So these are, they are a little bit special. So it's not just a bit of paint and a bit of bumpers, is it? So anyway, so basically, and also they've got the same, an upgraded suspension package that ProDrive did. So it's got their own springs, and it's got their own dampeners, and the bump stops have been adjusted as well apparently. And basically it rides 25mm lower than a normal STI sitting on standard 18-inch wheels. So basically, this is a little bit tweaked. So it sounds like it is quite a bit different. Also, apparently the big difference as well, according to Google, is that it's got driver's control central differential. So as far as I can understand that, basically there is a switch near the handbrake, and you can adjust how much torque is set between the front and the back, and depending on your driving style. So these are a little bit special. What is it here for? Right, so Paul really likes his car, wants to keep the car, but he's decided that the underneath is not how he wants it to be. And also, as you can probably tell, the bumpers are off, and also we did take the spoiler off, which I think you can see now is back on. So basically all it is to repair all the stone chips and that over the years, and the bumpers really took the most of it. So they're all gone away for paint. I don't think we need to show you a time lapse of us taking bumpers off. It's not the most exciting thing that we're going to be doing on this car. But basically what we want to do is we basically stripped off everything underneath the car, all the suspension components and everything. And basically what we've also done is we've left the gearbox and the engine in, and I think everything else has come off complete. Even the fuel tank has been dropped as well. And we're going to completely grind all the old sealant off the car, and we're going to do some work on building it back up, all the paint processes that will go into that to hopefully make a very nice tidy car underneath. and it'll still protect it for the future. All the suspension components are all going out for powder coating, and we've had a bit of an and ah between the benefits of polybush and obviously keeping a bit of the originality of going with the original Subaru the Subaru bushes. And I think what we came to the conclusion of, or what Paul's decided in the long run, because it is a genuine car and it is a limited edition, he has decided to keep with Subaru bushes. So everything here is going to be Subaru. We're not having anything that's aftermarket. We're going to try and keep everything Subaru. So all the bushes are being pressed out, and it's all brand new Subaru bushes are going back in. I think all brand new bolts are going back in. So basically this will be hopefully as good as it came out when it was made in the factory, and that's what we're aiming for. So brilliant. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and this is going to be a really good one, I think. I hope you're going to enjoy coming along for the ride. Thank you very much. Let's crack on. Right, you'll probably notice I'm sitting in exactly the same place as I was at the beginning. That's because when I'm looking at these videos, editing them, I realise that I haven't got an end or a beginning. So now I'm recording the end and the beginning at the same time, but the middle I've recorded before. I'm sure I'll get better at this in the end. I've got to. I really want to get better at this, so hopefully some continuity might happen. Probably I should have wore a hat in the second half and in the other half, or had a shave in between, and then maybe it would have looked a little bit more time-wise correct. But anyway, doesn't matter. Hopefully the footage is still good and you've enjoyed watching what you've seen. So the next part of this is we're waiting for all the suspension components to come back from powder coating. They've all gone out now. And we're also waiting for a big box of stuff to come from Subaru with all the parts that we need to rebuild the car. Obviously, we've got a lot of work between now and then anyway, so it's not like it's going to be holding us up. Next time we're on the channel, we'll basically be looking at stripping all the underneath and getting it ready for a new coat of paint underneath. Hopefully we'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. That was a lot, wasn't it?